Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. A fellow Truth Seeker just tipped me off to something I wasn't aware of. It's that Family Guy alluded to Bruce Jenner transitioning into a woman back in 2009. And looking at this, what stands out to me is this article. The first date they mention is that the episode is from May 3rd, 5/3. Yesterday, I did a video covering his Vanity Fair. I'm not going to do all the details I did in the video, but to summarize, the number 53 was of great importance. Vanity Fair has a Pythagorean gematria of 53. If you've never seen one of my videos before, I talk about the practice of coding numbers into the words, and I assert that our mainstream media uses it because it is ran by Freemasons who abide by these principles as they're of much importance to them. The word transgender equals 53. The word gender with simple English gematria sums to 53. Simple English gematria and Pythagorean gematria are intertwined. I point out that Obama is 53 years old because some people speculate that his wife Michelle is actually a man named Michael who is transgender. I don't know if this is true. I don't claim this is true. I just say some people speculate, and at this day and age, I don't think anyone should be surprised by anything. It could be entirely possible. If it were, it would still be the least of my worries with regards to the Obama presidency. Okay, so another big thing for Jenner in 53. This year he will turn 66 on October 28th, 2015. The date numerology for this day is 10 for October plus 28 for the day plus 15 for the year equals 53. The word woman equals 66, just like the age he's turning, and Jenner also sums to 66, a word that sounds a lot like gender, which we talked about yesterday. This Call Me Caitlyn is a tribute to the number 49, which is what his old name equaled in simple English gematria, Bruce. So go back to this article. It says, it begins with, Seth MacFarlane, do you know something we don't? And remember, this entire media is ran by these gang of asshole Zionists. You know? The editors, I guarantee you, are all Freemasons who are aware of gematria. They must be for things to be ran as they are. Notice how they hyphenate Family Guy. We'll get to that. Always hyphenating their important numbers in the headlines. So, Family Guy, Truth Seeker. It's on Fox. In Pythagorean gematria, F is the sixth letter, O is the 15th, 1 plus 5 equals 6, X is the 24th, 2 plus 4 equals 6, so Fox becomes 666, XXX is also 666. Family Guy has a Pythagorean gematria of 47. In simple English gematria, Family Guy sums to 119, like the 11th day of the 9th month, September 11th. Did you know on that day that people were over here from Israel who were recording the event and were prepared before it happened, and then who went back to Israel and stated that they were here to document the event? Hello? Why isn't that a bigger story? That is a real story. People from Israel knew September 11th was happening. They were here to record it. They went on their own TV network and talked about this on their television. Everybody can watch it on YouTube. And crickets. So Family Guy, it's got the often coded numbers, but it's better than that. It debuted after Super Bowl XXXIII, January 31st, 1999. 131. If you add up this date, digit for digit, it has a 33 numerology. That year, after its first season, it got a Nielsen rating of 33. Nielsen has a Pythagorean gematria of 33. With the S exception, it's 42, like the acronym TV. Also, this date, notice how it's 1/31. This date also has a numerology like this. 1 plus 31 is 32, plus 99 is 131. That's another number of importance to these people. So Family Guy, it had a date introduction on a very significant date in numerology. And that show has become cultural setting. How many people in this society have been influenced by the humor of Seth MacFarlane and Family Guy? I've watched society change, and I know a lot of it has to do with shows just like Family Guy. A lot of people have taken on that type of humor, that type of attitude. I honestly don't think it's good for society. I think it's been a net drain. It's another discussion. Seth Woodbury MacFarlane, the name in Pythagorean gematria sums to 96. Of course, like the word Freemason. I'm saying it's Freemason Zionists who are behind all this coding. People who run our media, run our record studios, run the movie companies, run the sports leagues, run governments, essentially run the matrix of information in our world. Satanism equals 96. Knowledge equals 96. Somewhere on my blog late last year, I captured somebody's quote from a high place saying how all this technology was essentially the workings of Satan. And, sometimes I just roll my eyes at stuff like that, but then other times when I think about it and I look at what all this technology has done to us as a society, it doesn't seem too far off. And in that regard, the initials SWM for Seth Woodbury MacFarlane sum to 55, just like the word Satan. Know that all these are numbers of power, though. Not all things 55 are bad. The words song, piano, opera all have 55 gematria, 88 keys on a piano. They love their multiples of 11. So one last point, Truth Seeker. Once upon a time, there was a Boston Marathon bombing, and people with their eyes open, who I'm grateful for because I don't watch Family Guy, put up videos right away saying, whoa, just 3 weeks ago, this happened in the episode. There were bombs, and there was a scene where the marathon runners were ran over by Peter Griffin in a car, but instead of just dying in some normal way, their limbs flew off everywhere. There were limbs all over the street. And in the initial reporting after the Boston Marathon bombing, that's what headlines said, was that limbs were in the middle of the street, which anyone who's ever taken the time to watch the video footage knows is not true, and there were no limbs anywhere. And at first, there weren't even any people anywhere. Just gray poofs that went up in the sky, but somehow magically took off everyone's legs. All this talk of marathons reminds me that Bruce Jenner used to be a symbol in this nation for being an Olympian, Olympic gold medalist. But True Seeker, if you want to go back and watch my videos on Family Guy and the Boston Marathon bombing, there's a lot of other information there. My other videos on the Boston Marathon bombing are also pretty important. I'd especially recommend this one right here. Show you something you probably didn't know before. But yeah, Seth MacFarlane, he definitely does know something we don't. He's in the gang that likes to hide the knowledge and torment us with what we don't know. So that's pretty much the message, Truth Seeker. Make one last point. Just so you know, this thing's not new to Family Guy. The family name Simpson, as in the Simpsons on Fox, also has gematria of 33. And the Simpsons are all full of numerology tributes as well. So Seth Woodbury MacFarlane, he's just, one of many, but at the same time, a very influential one in our modern day culture. All right, until next time.